Good morning. I'm all smiles today. I'm excited. I am very excited to show you something. It's right down there by your feet. But before I show you, I want to welcome you back to the Voodoo Garden. My name is Ray. I am the host of this green nonsense I lovingly call the Garden of Voo. Well, in the Voodoo Garden, I always end the program with a little slogan that says, all things are possible. And I do believe that so many things can be possible if you just give it a try and you don't go by the restrictions that other people will put on you. Give it a try. You never know. You may fail, but then again, you won't know unless you give it a shot. Don't always take everybody's word for things. Learn for yourself. Have the fun yourself. Don't let everybody else have the fun for you. So with that spirit in mind, what I did was I embarked on hydroponics. Aquaponics uses fish. Hydroponics is just using water. Well, I went on my first excursion doing hydroponics. Now, I want to let you know, before I did this, I knew literally this much about hydroponics. I mean, as much as anybody. I mean, all I knew is that you grow it in water and you feed it and that's about it. Well, what I did was I didn't want to fill my head full of other people's ideas. I had an idea of how it could work, so I wanted to try that. I wanted to take it along that path and see if I could grow things with hydroponics. Now, my idea was to grow things with compost tea. I have compost tea over here in a bucket. I thought, well, what if I put compost tea into a container, put the plants in there, and let them grow off of nothing but compost tea? A lot of the experts say that you can't do that. You have to have fertilizers that feed it directly, and you have to do this, you have to do that. Well, I don't like being told what I have to do, so I tried it myself. Now, I'm going to put links underneath this program to the 3 programs or 2 programs, whatever it is, all the programs that I have for hydroponics. And I'm also going to make a playlist on my main channel called Hydroponics. Those of you who want to follow along from start to finish, it's not a long series. That's the nice thing about it. It's a very short series, and I just experimented, okay? This is my initial foray into hydroponics. So with that being said, some people told me right off the bat, it won't work. What you're doing is all wrong. So I took that as a challenge, you know? People tell me I'm doing things wrong. If I think I'm doing things right, I'll just do it even more the way that I want to do it. And that's what I did. I kept going on the path that I thought was the right way. I showed you one update. It was doing pretty good, right? Well, I'm going to show you the last update on this, and then I'm going to go one step further, okay? I have gotten so enthused about this that I want to try something new. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to end this experiment with hydroponics and then go on to another one, okay? Because I think I've taken this one as far as I can go. That being said, I want you to have a seat, get comfortable, and I'm going to show you the end result of Ray's hydroponics. All right, let's see what the root system looks like in these. I'm going to have to dump out the beads. Oh, well, take a look at this. There's the root system. The roots actually grew around the beads. That's a very, very healthy root system. Now I'm going to just push it all the way out because I want to show you. I can always transplant this, but I wanted to show you the type of root system that develops in this hydroponic system, because I don't want you to go away thinking that they had anemic roots and they were barely surviving. This is a spider plant baby. And the root system is absolutely perfect. I'm saying perfect because perfectly formed all the way around, nice thick tuberous roots the way that it's supposed to have, and nice root hairs. That's really nice. I'm going to put it back in here for right now and put it back into the compost tea, and I'm going to bring out another one. Now this one shouldn't have had that many roots, so I'm not really expecting much out of this. Okay, yep. I didn't expect much, I didn't get much. The roots on this are going to be more like for a tree. It's going to have a taproot going down. Has a nice root system. Not a whole heck of a lot. Now I'm going to put this one back into the moisture and deal with it later. Sink it back in there. Okay, this one is the lettuce. It's coming at you. It's a little off camera right now, but I want to drain it out. Last time you saw this, it didn't have but maybe 1 or 2 roots coming out of the cup. And in just a matter of another week or two, these are the roots. Now, of course, trying to get this out of the container is going to be next to impossible. And yet, what I'm going to do is do it. I'm going to rip some of these roots. Now, don't feel sad for this plant, okay? Keep in mind, this is a food item. I'm taking this upstairs and I'm eating it today. Yes, I'm going to eat my little babies. But look at this. This is the root system that developed from one small, remember, it was just a little baby. It was a seedling. Not more than, what, a month ago? And these are the roots that developed in the cup and outside the cup. Very good root system for a little head of lettuce. It thrived in there. Now I'm going to put this one back in there to keep it moist so the lettuce doesn't wilt. And then the last one is going to be the sweet potato. Now that one I expect is going to be a little bit more impressive. Hold on just a moment. Now, sweet potatoes are known for their root systems because, you know, they grow sweet potatoes. This vine put out roots out of the bottom, and they're over a foot long. Multiple roots out of the very bottom and the sides, over a foot long. So it looks really, really good. Now, I'm going to transplant this one because it's growing so well, but I want to take it out of here. I can afford to lose a few roots because sweet potatoes are masters at developing root systems. They're the easiest plant I've ever found to root. Some of the roots actually balled up in here because they just couldn't squeeze out of there well enough. Looks like a jellyfish with all the tendrils hanging down. This is a nice root system. And that's how it brought the nutrition in from the compost tea. That's not the only thing I want to show you. I want to show you the leaves. Look at the nice purple leaves on this. This is not a defect. It started out light green, and then it did this. Healthier and healthier. It's a beautiful maroon type color, and it's growing like a weed. Not a single solitary flaw in these leaves. And to show you, I'm going to show you the mother plant that this came off of, okay? Look at the leaves here, how smooth they are. All right, now I'm going to show you the mother plant and show you what's going on with her. Here's the mother plant, and here's the color of the leaves. They're solid green. They don't have that maroon color to them. And what also they have going on here, if you look up close, and I don't know if you can get this, but trust me, the leaves are having issues. It's called leaf edema. And you normally get this with peppers. They'll get these little bumps all over the leaves and underneath the leaves. And what that is, it's a water uptake issue from not improper watering, but the plant takes up too much moisture all at once. And what it does is it floods the vessel, the cells inside the leaves, and they rupture. And it almost looks like little crystal dots. And people mistake those for insects on the underside of the leaves. That's what's happening to this plant. So if you compare this plant that's growing in soil with its baby that was growing in nothing but water, you gotta wonder, if it's growing in soil and it can't bring in the proper nutrition, yet if you put, it brings up too much water, and then you put it in water and it doesn't take up too much water, it's kind of ironic, isn't it? The root system is beautiful in this, and the water uptake was spectacular. And this, let me move the whole system closer to you, and we'll take one last look at it, okay? Because it's not just about the plants, it's about what they were grown in. So I'm going to put this back into the container. I'll be repotting that later. Most definitely, I want to grow that plant. The only ones I'm going to eat is this one right here. Yeah, you're looking delicious. Don't eat me. Okay. And this is what the inside of it looks like. Let me set this aside. Inside of here, I had the bubblers. Oops. I had the bubblers. And this is the compost tea. It's a dark, rich-looking liquid. Now inside, just a little bit, one of the things that folks were wondering what was going to happen is that it would get moss or algae growing on the inside. It only got a little tiny bit here, not really that much. And I was told by many folks that the algae is going to suck the oxygen right out of here and it'll kill the plants. Well, you can believe what you're told, or you can believe what you just saw. See, the bubbler keeps the oxygen in here. Whether there's going to be algae or no algae in here, it keeps it moving, it keeps it oxygenated, and this is liquid fertilizer. Now I can take this and put it back into my compost tea bucket and use it for my other plants. It's 100% usable. I added nothing to this except extra water as it evaporated out of the top. Added no more anything into this. This is the hydroponics experiment, and as far as I'm concerned, it was a 100% success. I have absolutely no qualms about saying that this was a 100% success with using just compost tea and a few cups in a little bucket. But I'll leave that up to you. What do you think? And there we have it. Ray's hydroponic experiment. And you know, another thing is that there was no smell. When I lifted up the lid, it smelled like compost tea. It smelled fresh. It smelled organic. I guess that's a good word for it. It smelled earthy. It didn't smell sour. It didn't smell funky. It didn't smell anything like that. It was very fresh. And so that is something, this is something that I've tried. It worked. Now I can just take these beads, rinse them off, reuse them again in another experiment. And that's what I'm going to be doing. That's what I'm going to be doing. I was so thrilled about this, so excited that this was such a success that I'm going to take it to the next level. Yeah, no, I'm not going to flood the whole room and be swimming in compost tea. No, it's smaller scale, but it's one step up, and I'm going to do something inside in the Voodoo Garden that I've never done before. You're going to have to wait. You're going to have to wait. It's coming up. I'm working on it right now, but I have to dismantle this experiment first to make room for the next one, because I need the bubbler. I need all of the stuff from this in order to go to the next level, and I will show you that. But I wanted to show you this to show you that not to show off, but to prove to you that you can do things. People will tell you that you may not be able to do things, but try them anyway, okay? They may sound strange, they may sound scary, they may sound like something that nobody's ever done, but every single thing that people have done that's great has always been met with doubt. And so people may doubt you, you may doubt yourself, but I would urge you to give it a shot, okay? Whatever you're wanting to do, whatever you're wanting to grow, step outside that comfort zone and just give it a shot. That's what I'm doing right here. I tried something that I've never tried before. I had fun with it. It was a success. It could have just as easily been a failure, and that would have been okay. It would have been a learning experience. So now I'm going to take what I've learned here and I'm going to move it on to another level, and I'm going to try something else out, and you're going to follow me along, I hope, and see what happens with that. I don't know how it'll turn out, but I guess we're going to find out together. That's my little program. That's my hydroponics experiment. I hope you enjoyed yourself. I hope you enjoyed the journey, but the journey's not over yet. Tune in on the next, I think it's the next Voodoo Garden, maybe the next one or the one after that, and I'm going to show you what that new experiment is. Until then, this is Ray and his little watery friends. We're out of here.